Have you ever asked yourself, why can't I be happy? Why do I care so much about what others think? Why does the past still haunt me? What if the problem is not your job, your family, or even your past? What if the problem is you not giving yourself permission to be free? This is the core of The Courage to be Disliked. A powerful and life-changing dialogue between a youth and a philosopher, where old beliefs are shattered, and new truths are born. Let me take you through the most powerful ideas from this book, ideas that can literally change your life. Part 1. The past doesn't define you. The first and most controversial message of the book is this: you are not the product of your past. You are the product of the choices you make today. Think about it. We often say, I'm this way because of my childhood, or, I can't trust people because I've been hurt before. But the philosopher says, right finger, these are excuses, not reasons. You are using your past to justify staying stuck. Adlerian psychology, the backbone of this book, teaches us, pushpin, we do not suffer from the past itself. We suffer from the meaning we assign to it. Let that sink in. You are free, but you're using your story as a cage. Part 2. All problems are interpersonal problems. Here's a hard truth. Most of our problems come from our relationships. The desire to be accepted. The fear of rejection. The constant comparison. The pressure to be liked. We live for approval, not purpose. And in doing so, we lose ourselves. But here's what the philosopher teaches the youth. You don't need to be liked by everyone. You just need to live according to your values. Once you realize that your worth is not determined by others' opinions, you unlock real freedom. So ask yourself right now, small diamond, what would I do if I stopped needing validation? Small diamond, what decisions would I make if I wasn't afraid of being judged? The answers to those questions are where your freedom begins. Part 3. Separation of tasks. One of the most practical ideas in the book is called separation of tasks. It simply means, learn to separate what's your responsibility from what's not. You are responsible for your own life. You are not responsible for how others feel about it. For example, it's your task to speak honestly. It's not your task to make someone else like your honesty. This idea is so liberating. It tells us, focus only on what's within your control. Let go of the burden of changing others. When you stop taking responsibility for how people perceive you, you start living authentically. Part 4. Live in the moment, not for recognition. Here's a question. Are you doing things for meaning? Or for applause? The philosopher says, people often chase success, not because they love the journey, but because they crave recognition. But that's a trap. If you live for others, you will never be enough. If you live for now, for contribution, for growth, for love, you will find peace. You don't need to be famous. You don't need 100K followers. You just need to do what makes you feel alive and useful. Find meaning in the moment, not in the future reward. Part 5. True freedom is being disliked. Here's the hardest truth of all. True freedom comes when you have the courage to be disliked. Because being disliked means you stood for something. Being disliked means you were honest. Being disliked means you were yourself. It's not easy. No one wants to feel rejected. But if you always choose harmony over truth, you lose your voice. So live in a way that, even if people misunderstand you, you can still look in the mirror and say, that was me. Fully, honestly, unapologetically me. That is freedom. Conclusion. The Courage to be Disliked is not just a book. It's a mirror. It shows you how much of your life is lived for others. And how to reclaim it, one brave choice at a time. So here's what I want you to remember. You are not your past. You don't need to be liked to be happy. You can live with purpose, not approval. Reflect on it. Re-watch this video. Comment below. I choose freedom. Like, share, and subscribe for more life-changing books and truths. And most importantly, be brave enough to be disliked. Because that's when you start living.